Hello again from Scouse Farm. Sorry, just got a mouthful of diesel then. Well, I am in the town, or the little borough thing of Roby, and you can see we have some beautiful old buildings straight away. But like in all my other videos, I don't want to go peering through windows, but this is to show just outside of Liverpool you still have some old beautiful buildings. So Roby is Knowsley Council, so it's not Liverpool, but you can still see some remnants of the past with cobbled floor, which is nice. Not so nice when it's icy like, but we'll leave that now. And Roby, the name itself means, or was, Rabil. So it was a Norse settlement called Rabil, R-A-B-I-L, and in the Domesday Book of 1086 the land was owned by Roger de Portois, or Portu, or whatever his name was, and he was the baron in charge of the West Derby 100. So he was the major landowner at the time. Since the invasion of 1066, a lot of the properties in Britain changed hands. Obviously the Anglo-Saxons conquered England and then took all the land. Just look at these gorgeous stone buildings, and these are grade 2 listed, and no, there's no for sale signs now, but a few of these properties were up for sale recently. So if you do look on one of the property websites, you might be able to still see the adverts, the old advert for when it was up for sale, these properties, and you can then see inside the properties as well. And out the back there they've got like a courtyard garden, but they are absolutely fantastic. You just look at the detail in them. And for reference, if you follow the traffic that way, you're going in towards Huyton, and there's a walking trail there where this house is there. Go down that way and you're on your way to Netherley through a nice little walking trail. But this part of Roby has quite a bit of history, and there'll be a link down below in the video description, so have yourselves a look down below, because I'm not going to remember absolutely everything. The ownership and the history of it's changed hands more times than a kebab shop, so I'm going to get it wrong if I keep trying to get the dates exactly as I've read them. But a nice little reference point here from the old time of the turnpikes. This is a toll cottage, what I'm looking at now, and the toll cottages were put in place when turnpikes came into effect in around 1726. So if you were travelling from Liverpool, which is that away, and coming up this way towards Prescott, which was a major market town at the time, you would have to pay to get through this toll. So again, a little tax from back in the day that's still in existence in one form or another on the likes of the M6 toll road and like the Runcorn bridges and things. And down the bottom, it's still a busy place. We've just got the railway station there, so we've got Roby train station, and behind that you can see the spire, but you can see it's quite far away. I think that's St Bartholomew's Church, which was built in 1850, but I think that'll need its own video because I'm not going to walk that far to show you today. So I'll walk you down this road, back up again, and then we're going to go over towards Byron Park area. But on the left side, as I'm walking down now, you've got some lovely, what look like Victorian villas, and then down the bottom, the entrance to the old Roby train station. And these just a little fun fact on the train station. Well, there we go, train going through there. It's actually a nice one, but it was supposed to go somewhere else, but when Robert Louis Stevenson, sorry, not Robert Louis Stevenson, I think it was George Stevenson, whoever it was who was the main chief engineer, he wanted to put it through what was Knowsley Estate and Lord Derby's estate, and they weren't best pleased with that, so I think he ended up getting sacked. Someone else got put in charge of railways as the chief engineer, and they got it put through Roby instead. So they actually got him sacked, or I don't know if they got him sacked, but he was removed from post, and then someone else was imposed as the chief engineer. They had the railway built through Roby, and then Stevenson got back in charge as the chief engineer. But these are fantastic buildings, and what I want to show you now is the Roby Cross. You can see it in the background there. It looks like a boundary stone, but the history of it is not completely known. I want to see what it says on this plaque, because it was cleaned up in I think about 2007 or something, and this information plaque should give us a bit more further information. But from the research I've done, I'm not sure whether it was originally supposedly a boundary stone. Something's been taken off there, as you can see. Used to have a plaque on there, or a market cross, so it's to show that there's a marketplace in the area. Or another theory was that it was to highlight where the stocks were. So you see this stone, and then underneath the stone where there was some stocks. So like the West Derby video that you've seen, we had some old stocks in this area, so people didn't go to church on Sundays and things. They ended up getting put in the stocks. So let's see what we have. The medieval remains of this cross are set on a square sandstone base. In 1304, Robert the Latham had a charter for a market at his manor in Roby, and it suggested that this could be a market cross. So yeah, if you want to know a bit more, then have a little pause of the video and read up on that. But as I say, there's some further information in the video description below. Ye old England. It's like stepping back in time again until you see that bus stop. And what I'm going to do now, I'm going to walk you over to where you can see that sign. It says Derby Lodge, and this was part of the old Bowring Park Manor, and the manor was held by the Lathams until about the late 1300s, when Isabel, who was the daughter of Sir Thomas Latham, she married Sir John D. Stanley, and Roby was then divided between the D. Stanley family and the Harrington families. But I think that's probably why the pub, the Stanley Arms, has got its name, from the Stanley family. I'll try and get myself over the road. It's quite a busy road here. Made it. Good job I'm fit. Look at this. I imagine this could be the Woolton Red Sandstone as well, I'm not sure. But it is very pronounced red in colour. So I imagine it's probably from the Woolton quarries. A little bit of moss there, needs a bit of attention. There's some trees growing out of the side of it. But this Derby Lodge that we're going into now, it's now like a hotel and restaurant-y type thing. So it's not obviously used as a manor house anymore. But it was built in 1840, I believe, and it was built and called Edenhurst by Edward Stanley. So again, another member of probably the old D. Stanley family. And he built it for his friend and estate manager called Richard Earl. And there are a few roads named after a lot of the prominent people from Roby in what is now Huyton and Roby. So you've got Earl Avenue, which is probably named after Richard Earl, who was the estate manager. And you can see in the background there, we've got some old parts there, what look like lodges and gatehouses. And I think it used to be a nightclub called Natterjack's that you went down somewhere here. Doesn't look like it now, but it was actually a nightclub. I've been here a few times in the past when I was a whippersnapper. And the sandstone building itself, which is now the Derby Lodge, as you can see, absolutely gorgeous. But in order to earn its keep, it has to make money, so that's why it's now a hotel and bar restaurant thing. But what an absolutely lovely building. And this formed part of what was the Barring Park estate, but again, there's so much history to it. I'll leave you to read the links yourselves down below, but I'm going to walk you down now towards the last couple of interesting houses on this section, and then at some point when the weather gets a bit better, I'll take you into Barring Park Golf Course itself. And then, because they've done so much redevelopment of that, and there's going to be, just for reference, if you are in the area, you'll know anyway because you'll have seen the signs if you drive down this way, but they're going to be opening a Christmas market soon, so this area is going to be a little bit more exciting for those who live around here with some Christmas markets. Saves having to go all the way into Liverpool town centre for them, or further afield. And yeah, I just wanted to show you this. Another gorgeous, probably was the gatehouse on the way into the manor back in the day. But that is beautiful as well. And again, I think these are residential now, so I don't want to go poking in the windows. And in this area as well, we had trams until 1957. So I think up this road that we're looking down now, I think this is where the trams run. And the last tram run at some point in 1957, and there's pictures down below in the description of loads of people coming out to like cheer on the tram. And obviously we all miss the trams now. I never saw them, I wasn't alive, but it'd certainly be better if there was trams still today, like. Right, and Roby was given conservation area status in 1978, so this little patch of land that I'm in now is a conservation area, which means that you can't do any destruction of the things that are already here, hopefully. So these buildings should remain now, and that'll do you for today. So thank you very much for watching. Please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you're new. The Scouse Farm. We'll see you all again soon.